Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's March 4th, 2017. The big news story today: Donald Trump waking up in the morning and accusing Barack Obama of wiretapping his presidential campaign. The first logical question anyone should ask is, why is Donald Trump making this accusation today after being in the White House for nearly a month and a half? And the answer to that question is because it's news by the numbers. Donald Trump is a puppet, and he takes orders and goes along with the news stories he's supposed to play a part in. Today is 43 days since Donald Trump became president, and we're going to talk about what 43 has to do with Richard Nixon, Barack Obama, and wiretapping. Let's first read Trump's tweet. He sent this out at 4:02 in the morning. How low has President Obama gone to tap my phones during the very sacred election process? This is Nixon Watergate. Bad or sick guy? So real quick, today's date, March 4th, 2017, date with 44 numerology. Obama was the 44th president. Trump's number 45, but only the 44th person to be president. Remember, go back to 2011 when the birther argument was hot. The word birther in gematria sums to 44. Trump accusing Obama of being born in Kenya, not having a valid birth certificate. That was the same year where Obama had Trump come to the White House and they joked that Trump would be the next president, showing a cartoon illustration of the White House with gold pillars and a neon casino sign. Trump White House. We're living out a bad joke, truth seeker, and it's all by the numbers. The date of that White House Correspondents' Dinner in 2011 was a date with 45 numerology. Trump, lo and behold, becomes the 45th president. So look at this. The word wiretap equals 43. So does the name Richard, as in Richard Nixon, who had to resign for wiretapping the Democratic campaign. So we were told. I have a video on Richard Nixon's resignation. That was all news by the numbers for Gerald Ford. The name Ford equals 43, by the way. And as we just mentioned, Obama, the 44th president, but only the 43rd person to be president. Just like how Trump's number 45, but only the 44th person. From Inauguration Day to today, March 4th, is 43 days. Consider that you can write March 4th, 4/3, looking a lot like 43. I should also mention that the word March in gematria, I can just show you real quick, March equals 43. For one more 43. Here we are at the start of March. In addition to that, the word wiretapping has parallels to the name Donald Trump in gematria, perhaps an extra reason for the story. But the big thing here is 43. This is why we're hearing about Trump accusing Obama of wiretapping on March 4th. It's just news by the numbers. Another story in the headlines today was Sarah Jessica Parker was recognized by the Russian government. They said they'd be happy to meet with her. She reached out and said, will you meet with me since you're meeting with all the members of the Trump administration? Apparently it was yesterday, Friday, March 3rd, that Russia got back to Sarah Jessica Parker. Here's why that's funny. Yesterday was 3-3. Parker equals 33. Sex equals 33. New York equals 33 in reverse reduction. New York, the city where Sex and the City was set, that she was a star in. Back when that show was popular, there was an episode from July 25th, 1999 that Donald Trump was in. The plot of that episode was, can a 70-year-old man still get erect? Think about how Donald Trump would become president at age 70. If you missed the video I did on all these sitcoms that Donald Trump appeared in over the years, every time he was in a sitcom, it was either on a date with 58 numerology, it was a show with 58 gematria, or 115. Remember, when you write out 58, it sums to 115. Trump won the 58th presidential election, joined with the 115th Congress. Anyway, Sex and the City also has that gematria of 58, like Freemasonry, secret society. Trump winner of the 58th election, participated in the 58th presidential inauguration where they had the 58-year-old Steve Ray to host the ceremonies. Steve Ray equals 115. Like when you write out 58, it sums to 115. So a little Sarah Jessica Parker news by the numbers. The name Sarah Jessica Parker also sums to 74, like Masonic, New York on the 74th meridian. Another headline from yesterday, March 3rd, Mike Pence compared to Hillary Clinton because reportedly he was using his personal email while governor of Indiana to do government business. Just like how yesterday morning, March 3rd, they compared Jeff Sessions to Bill Clinton for lying under oath. Remember, the name Clinton equals 33, like federal-like order, and these were March 3rd comparisons. Members of the Trump administration being compared to the Clintons on 3-3. News by the numbers. The film Logan also came out. I put out a video a couple weeks ago on Logan, why it was coming out 223 days before Hugh Jackman's 49th birthday. He's the star in the film. Logan equals 49. Hollywood, run by the same people that run your government, your media, the Zionist Jews, the Freemasons, who do everything by this numerological Kabbalah code. As I so often say, the money reported for these films coincides with the film itself. 33 million on 3-3. Give me a break. Also, CNN yesterday republished an article that they put out in 2012. They put this out on 3-3, proof Jesus didn't exist. And remember, everything about the Bible, so much about Jesus is 33. They say Jesus performed 33 miracles. Look at this. Sun 33, God's Son 33, the Son 33, Sunrise 33, Sunday 33, Jehovah, Bible, good book, the first book of the Bible, Genesis 33. When you write out 33 as a word, it sums to 66. 66 books in most Bibles. There's a reason for March 3rd. They say Jesus crucified at 33. If you want to read something really interesting, come check out my blog and read this post I just put up about the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn. Had a big revelation with that and Jesus and Christianity and the winter solstice. Down below, I will also link this video from, I guess, 7 months ago now. Time flies. Richard Nixon's resignation by the numbers. It's amazing how well it syncs up with President Ford, who replaced him. Again, Ford equals 43. Today's news is probably foreshadowing that Trump's presidency will end early like Nixon. You know, they've been giving us the clues that Trump's not going to be around for long. Down below, I'll also link the Gematrinator calculator. You can get on here, play around, learn a lot real quick. Here's a real quick lesson for the Christians, since we just talked about Jesus. Christian 61, church 61, Jesus 61, cross 61. 61 a prime number. What do you think about that? Isn't that interesting? We just saw the statue of Kanye West on the cross on a date with 61 numerology. More news by the numbers. So tell your friends and family. I mean, if you show this information to somebody and they tell you they think this is all coincidence, maybe you can show them this video on Richard Nixon's resignation, and if they tell you they think that's a coincidence, then maybe just give up on that person. That is another beauty of gematria. You can see who the real morons are. People who deny this work, they're just morons. You don't want to waste your time speaking to these people. Why? I mean, that's a beauty of gematria. It's a real litmus test for who the morons are. And speaking of morons, stop supporting channels like Dabu7. Did you see his video that he put out on this story today? He makes it seem like it's some intense, real important thing everybody's got to finish or follow. I saw that clown tried to introduce gematria to his channel last week too. It was very clear why he stays away from it. The poor guy was struggling with the most simple of numbers, Dabu7. Apparently you have to be a real moron to get 200,000 plus subscribers. So we'll leave it at that, truth seeker. Gematria is the truth. People who can't handle the truth can't handle the gematria. Until next time.